For all my team coins, check out thefootshop.com, their link is in the description below, and for a discount on your coins, use Nepo at checkout. What's up guys, NepentheZ here, and welcome to the worst strikers in FIFA 15 in the BPL. We are taking a look at Naismith and Alvarez. Now the reason why these guys specifically are the worst strikers, of course I'm using gold cards, not silver or bronze. There are worse rated strikers, but these guys for gold cards have the lowest shooting in the BPL. I am going to focus on other leagues after I've finished all of these special videos with like the pace, the dribbling, the slowest teams, the worst shooters and stuff. After I've done all the BPL stuff, I'll move on to the BBVA, to the Bundesliga, to Serie A, and to the French league and do it in another league. But I wanted to basically test myself because obviously I get a lot of people suggest that maybe I use too many OP players and they want to see me use players that other people would typically use. And now I don't necessarily think anyone would use Naismith or Alvarez, but I thought let me test myself and pick the worst two finishers. You know, they have the worst shooting for gold cards in the BPL. They both go for super cheap, as you can imagine. Now before we get into the video guys, if you could leave a like on the video, it'd be much appreciated. I do appreciate all the support you continue to give. It only takes a second to like the video and it does help out my channel a lot. Now we'll start with Alvarez guys. So Alvarez has a high work rate. He has no specialties, but he does have a lot of traits. He's got the avoid using weaker foot trait, the long shot taker trait, the playmaker trait, and the technical dribbler trait. He also has 4-star skill moves with a 2-star weak foot and is left footed. He does come naturally as a centre forward, not a striker. I did convert him to a striker. He didn't really score too many for me, as you can see by the goals and assists per game right there. He scored 4 goals in 5 games with 2 assists. With that being said though, he was really good to use. His skill moves unlocked opportunities constantly. Naismith got a lot of joy out of Alvarez being a nuisance. And he did score some really nice goals for me. And I had 3 penalties in the 5 games. Naismith took and scored 2 of them. And Naismith took and missed 1 of them. So I could have easily given Alvarez those penalties, but because of Alvarez's free kick stats compared to Naismith's, I mean Alvarez's aren't great, but Naismith's are terrible. I kind of said to myself before the games I played, I will give Alvarez all the free kicks and Naismith all the penalties. So I didn't want to like focus on one of the strikers over the other. I thought I'd give them both a try. And this is typical of Alvarez here. He's got skill moves to get past the defence. He gets past everyone, runs past the keeper and puts it home. And he was a joy to play with. Absolutely brilliant. You can get him for like 350, 400 coins. It goes to discard price. I don't really recommend people buying these strikers like that. They're, you know, for their price. There are many more that have better pace, better shooting, better everything really that you can get. But what I did like about Alvarez is he has got a very well-rounded card. So he's got 74 pace, which is pretty decent. 81 dribbling, which is very good. 80 passing, which is nice. 72 shooting, which isn't the worst, and 76 physical. So he has got like a pretty decent overall card. It's just his pace and his shooting, which I personally believe pace and dribbling is what FIFA is about. But after playing with very bad players over the last few days, I've actually come to realise that more important than pace is dribbling. For me, dribbling is the most important stat in this game, and high dribblers with decent pace, not even blistering pace, will play well. As we move on to Naismith, guys, he has got a trait. He's got the finesse shot. That is his only trait. He doesn't have any specialties. He's got 3-star skill moves, 3-star work rate, and has high work rates for the attack and defense, just like Alvarez does. I scored 10 goals with him in the 5 games, which I was genuinely surprised about. You know, I do show the teams I'm coming up against, and I'm coming up against teams that are good. You know, I'm not coming up against low-rated teams. I think I'm in Division 6 or Division 5 with this team, so it's not like I'm coming up against bad players or bad teams. I'm coming up against really good players and really good teams, or at least, you know, Division 6 worthy. And the fact that these strikers between them managed to score 14 goals in 5 games, I was actually very impressed with. One thing that I loved about Naismith and that I couldn't really believe was how fast he felt. He only has 77 pace. I was thinking when I was using him, maybe he has like really high acceleration but really low sprint speed. But it wasn't the case. He's got 76 acceleration and 78 sprint speed. But he's just he feels rapid. His overall stats are terrible. They really are. Like, you know, he's got 75 for finishing. He's got 63 for long shots, 65 for volleys. He's got bad ball control. His free kick accuracy is terrible. Like, he's got so many stats in the orange and the red that you wonder how you can score goals with him. But just like Alvarez, he's actually got a very well-rounded card. Apart from passing, you know, having 4 stats in the high 70s, or, you know, pace, dribbling, and physical in the high 70s, and then shooting at 72. kind of made for a good player with Naismith. So these are the worst 2 gold strikers in the BPL, guys. If you want to see me, like, I guess not review, but play with players that are also handicapped in one way or another, you know, the worst of this or the worst of that, let me know what you want to see me play. Let me know what sort of teams and what sort of players you want to see me using when I can actually use them and try and win games with them. You know, using like a zero chem team is largely irrelevant because not many people will use zero chem teams, you know. So I want to try and use teams and players because I get told, what's the point of using Messi, Ronaldo, yada yada yada, because so many people can't afford him. They want to see me play with players that everyone can get, and that was a fantastic goal, by the way. So yeah, let me know who you want to see me play with and what you want to see me do with it, and I will try my best. But this is going to be the end of the video, guys, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time. I'm out. Peace.